It's time for the Jeff Litherland Show. Join us each week to find out what's going on in Perry Central Commodore basketball, straight from the head coach, Jeff Litherland, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome to this week's Jeff Litherland Show. And Coach, last week you traveled down to Orleans to take on the Orleans Bulldogs, a 13-1 team, a very good team. Why don't you recap that game for us?
Yeah, it was a long night. Orleans is, as you know, they're ranked number 1 in 1A, and they're a very solid basketball team, and we started several young kids on Friday night, for various reasons. But we had a freshman, 3 sophomores, and a junior start the game out, and we got the tip, and we ran over a play all week we were going to run, and of course we didn't run it right, turned the ball over, and then we got a couple steals on our defense, and we executed our stuff, and we missed 3 or 4 bunnies, to start the game there, and I believe it was 9-6, late midway or late through the first quarter, and we stopped rebounding, and they killed us on the glass, and I think their last 12 or 14 points in the first half was on offensive rebounds. We were doing a good job defensively, keeping them out of the middle and recognizing the sets that we practiced all week and recognizing the shooters. But 12 points in a row, we had us down 30-11 at halftime, and when you get down 30-11 at Orleans, it's hard to recover from. And we didn't shoot the ball well. I think we were 28% from the floor and 40% from the free throw line, and it was a long night. We spent about an hour after the game talking in the locker room just about family and the importance of everyone on the basketball team, and and then I gave them the weekend off, and we come in Monday for practice, and maybe that started to resonate a little bit with them because they come in Monday and had the best practice they've had all year. Hopefully that we're over kind of feeling sorry for ourselves because of our record. We knew we didn't have a whole lot of experience going in, and my only goal is to get as good as we can by the sectional. It's not on wins and losses, and so that's kind of what I told them, and maybe that relieved a little pressure from them. But we came in Monday and had I mean, there's a lot of enthusiasm and really good effort and good attitude. And so, we'll see. I challenge them to do that all week. We've got a couple games this weekend that, I feel like if we play to our potential, we can win both those games.
And, in the Patoka Lake Conference, you sit 7th, but in the Sacred ratings, in the conference, you sit 4th. So, I mean, that's a testament to what kind of schedule you play.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough schedule, and, at Orleans is tough, and the Valley game, we had that game won, and, we missed some free throws, and, they hit a half-court shot to beat us, and, we just haven't had any breaks. And, that's one of the things that I told them, that, you have to create your own opportunity, your own luck, and you do that by good attitudes and good work ethic. And, we did that, the first week of the first, week and a half, 2 weeks of the season, we were so pumped up to play Pell City, but that's kind of over. In some of our games, how high school kids are. I mean, going to play Charlestown and it's not a rival game, may not mean much to them. So trying to get them to understand the importance of every game and not taking a step backwards, because we've played some good basketball. I mean, Heritage Hills is as good as anybody we played. And, we scored 22 points in a quarter over there, and we were only able to generate 21 points for the entire game on Friday. So, I think, just being able to handle adversity and play through it, and, just having everybody on the same page. I thought Friday night was important in the locker room. Like I said, we were there for probably an hour after the game, and we had an adult conversation, about family and playing for each other. And like I said, Monday they come in, had a tremendous practice, the best one we've had all year, by far. So, we'll see if we can continue that and, move in a new direction.
And we'll be back on the Jeff Litherland Show right after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Litherland Brosford Communications.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
Hey, welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show, and we're joined by Perry Central head basketball coach of the girls team, RT Elliott. RT, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
You guys sit at 6-12 in this year. And how's the season been going? Give us a little recap on the season so far.
I feel like, going into this season, conference was we're in the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference, and that was a conference that we could compete in. But, at the same time, I felt like about every team was pretty equal, and, you had to show up and play. And we got a really nice win over Springs Valley in our conference, and then got a double overtime win against Orleans. And, there's 2 games on our schedule in that conference that I would like to have back. I'd like to play Mitchell again and West Washington, and think that we could be potentially sitting at 4-2 in conference. Instead, we ended the conference 2-4. But coming into this season, I really knew, we were on the road a lot. We had a lot of away games, and our schedule was pretty tough. When we got the defending state champions in our sectional with Forest Park, and at that time they were ranked number 1. We played a really good Corden team that's only lost, I think, 2 games, sitting at either 4th or 5th in 3A. We just finished our season with a Du Bois team that's only lost 4 games. They're sitting number 5 in 1A. So, going into the season, I knew our schedule was going to be tough. And, you just hope that as you get ready and get closer to sectional time, you start playing some better basketball. And I feel like even though, our record might be 6-16, we're playing better basketball. And, so the wins that we have some, 2 nice wins against, Springs Valley, and we beat South Spencer, a sectional opponent. And, we got a big win at Orleans on the road in a double overtime. So, we're competing. We just got to try to figure out how to get over that hump as we get in here to sectional time now. Yeah. Now our JV will be traveling to Forest Park, so we'll have a couple younger girls that will be playing in that game tonight. And what they'll do is, they'll just play like some of the girls that are maybe getting a minute or a few minutes here or there in the varsity. They'll give them a chance to maybe, get another game under their belt before going into the sectional. But yeah, last Saturday was our last game before going into sectional.
And you're the head coach of the Commodores. Kind of give us a synopsis of your career as a coach.
Before getting hired here at Perry Central, which this is my 11th year here at Perry Central, but before being hired here, I helped within the Crawford County school system. I was Title I instructor, teacher at Patoka, what was Patoka, now West Crawford. And while there, I coached 4th, 5th, and 6th grade girls basketball team. But for that year and the year before that, I took Crawford County's what they call like their all-star team, where at that time they had 5 elementary schools, and they take just some of the kids from those 5 elementary schools and bring them into an all-county team. And I did both boys and girls for 2 years with that. Then I got hired here at Perry Central. That first year I coached 8th grade boys basketball, and then spent 2 years as the JV coach with Ty Gilliam when he was the varsity coach. Then went down to 5th grade boys for 2 years, coached 8th grade boys another year, which would have been this senior boys, Andy Bishop, Cameron Achen, Cole Hess, that group of seniors that just graduated from Perry Central last year. I coached them as 8th graders, and this is my 5th year here as the varsity girls coach.
Now, this Sunday was the sectional draw. What did you think about the draw?
Ultimately, I think going into this, you got to think that this Forest Park's the favorite. They're, defending state champs, have a very nice record, but I think that we got a very nice draw, playing the winner of South Spencer and Crawford County. I think those are 2 teams that we match up really well with. We did beat South Spencer at South Spencer at the beginning of the year, which, we know based off of previous years that we can battle with them, we can beat them, and they can beat us. So it should be a good game that way. And then Crawford County, we played, it was about a 6 to 8 point game. We ended up having to foul there at the end, and I think they ended up beating us 13, but at the same time, we were right there in that game. So, I think we got a very favorable draw to, make it to a championship, you know. But at the same time, it doesn't matter what it looks like on paper. You still have to go out and play the game. And I think that, you know, with Forest Park having to play 3 games in a sectional, I really feel like somebody could have a really good shot of knocking off those state champs this year.
Well, Coach, good luck this rest of the season, and go in sectional.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And you've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Communications. We'll be back right after this.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get...
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show. Coach, I'll tell you what, Perry Central is very lucky to have R.T. Elliott and you as head coaches of their men's and women's basketball teams.
Well, thank you, Joe. I know I put in a lot of work, and a lot of times I'm out there. RT's, he's always out there, trying to squeeze as much as he can out of his program as well. And I know he also helps in the boys program. His oldest son is a second grader, so he actually him and Ty Yeager, which is the father of Cole on our basketball team, they coach they got a second grade travel team, and they're playing a couple weekends this spring with our guys. So coaching basketball is you sacrifice a lot. You got to love it. You got to be passionate about it, and I know I certainly am, and I feel like RT is he's passionate about it as well, and what he does. And we talk quite a bit. We talk X's and O's and talk about our programs and how we can improve. And I know they've had a rough year as well. They've got a couple really nice wins. One over South Spencer. And, my daughter plays at Heritage Hills. Both the first time they played Heritage Hills, I think they had a lead late in the third quarter. And, the second time they played a really good first half. So, they got a good sectional draw. Got to bye and play the winner of Crawford and South Spencer. And who knows, you win your first game and you get the championship game. I know Forest Park is at home and they're defending state champions, but, you just never know. I know our girls are capable of playing well. So they may make a game out of it.
And the key word that I heard right there was the word passionate. And I know by being a spouse of a head coach, my wife coached Jasper volleyball for a number of years. If you're not passionate, you're not going to be successful. And and I can tell you two are. And actually, during volleyball season, I always used to, right before volleyball season, I always used to tell her goodbye. She'd say, "Where am I going?" And I said, "You're going to volleyball for the fall." So
yeah. And really it's a full-time job. I mean, we don't, our program that we're running. I mean, we once last year we were back in there in April. Guys lifting and shooting and all the way up till June, and then the whole month of June you're doing stuff, and a little bit in July, and then you get August off and you come back after Labor Day to start workouts. So it's it's something that you've got to love. Something you got to be really passionate about, and you got to have a good supporting staff behind you that supports you. Being able to do that. I know my family. They do a lot of things for me because sometimes I have to miss my kids' games or miss something, and even the people I work with. I mean, sometimes during basketball season, that they pick up some of the extra workload because it's tough sometimes. We're try to get everything accomplished. So I've been fortunate to have a lot of good people behind me over the years, and it sounds like your wife is as fortunate. I know RT is he's got a good wife that supports him and is involved in the program. So that's what it takes. And it takes a few years to build your program, and that's what I was kind of telling our kids on Friday night was Tom Bradley's been in Orleans for 20-something years. Their kids run the same stuff for years. They do it in the fifth grade, and they do run the same stuff when they're seniors, and we're starting to get to that point now where we've got some kids that are next year and the year after be up in our program that's going to have ran our stuff and our terminology and our expectations for 3, 4, 5 years, and that I personally feel like that's going to make a big difference.
Hey, and sectional starting, and so this will be your last double weekend before you start playing just once a week. And Friday you'll play Mitchell at Mitchell, and Saturday you'll play at Olney at Crawford County. Why don't you preview both those games for us? Going up to Mitchell, they call it the Hive up there. It's never an easy place to play. I talked to Jeff Hine a little bit yesterday, the coach at Bedford. He was doing the student teaching when I was a senior at Perry back in '93, and he was on our coaching staff, and we were talking about my senior game up there. But it's a tough place to play. Mitchell's, they're kind of like us. They're up and down, from quarter to quarter. I watched them play West Washington on Friday. They're down 42-19 at halftime, and they lose 58-57. So, they're an up and down team. They're very capable of doing a lot of things. They're very aggressive on defense, and they love driving the basketball to the middle. So, that's going to be something that we have to focus on. Keeping the ball out of the middle and getting back on defense and taking care of the basketball. And then Saturday night, we've got Crawford County, which we played in the holiday tournament down at South City in December. It was a morning game, so you can't really put a whole lot of thought into that. I mean, it's they've improved. They had a double weekend, I believe, where they beat Salem and Springs Valley 2 weeks ago, and then they played Orleans and Providence, and then they had a win last week Saturday night against Tell City. So I think they've won 3 out of the last 5. So it's conference. Everybody knows what you do, and everybody's competitive, and we're not going to worry too much about those teams. We're going to worry about ourselves and doing what we can do, and playing with some passion and having a good attitude, and that's the biggest thing is trying to get our kids to play fearless, where they're not afraid to make a mistake, and when we do that, we're pretty good. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on this week is getting our guys where they need to be, in the right state of mind to compete, and go out. Saturday night's homecoming. I think we've got 4 of our seniors in homecoming, so we certainly want to have a good showing on their senior homecoming, and hopefully we can be playing for our second win in a row on Saturday night. Well, Coach, good luck, and go get 2 victories over conference foes this week.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. Have a good day.
And you've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Rosenberg Communications. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show. Find out what is happening in Perry Central basketball each week, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.